Top 10 Disney World First-Timer Mistakes. Number 10. Excessive fear of missing out. FOMO, keeping up with the Joneses has taken on a nasty new shape thanks to social media. It's simple to become engrossed in and jealous of the phony version of people's life that they offer, between your own buddies and the horde of wannabe Kardashians flaunting their opulent adventures. When it comes to Walt Disney World, there are so many upcharge offerings to make a magical vacation. VIP tours, dessert parties, special events, behind-the-scenes experiences, private cabanas, photo shoots, floral and cake delivery, even Genie Plus and Lightning Lanes. That's just a partial list. The options are endless, the budgets are limitless. While several of these can enhance a trip, none of them are absolutely necessary to enjoy a fantastic trip to Walt Disney World. For one thing, savvy strategy can overcome a lot. Another thing to keep in mind is the purpose of your visit, to spend time with loved ones and friends and create unforgettable memories. Both of those goals can be accomplished for the base ticket price. It's impossible to buy your way into a memorable vacation and, frankly, it often backfires. The expectation of perfection creates pressure and stress, which is often the undoing of Walt Disney World visitors. Number 9. Not packing for Florida weather. The nickname Sunshine State for Florida is a big misnomer. Yes, it doesn't snow there, and the most of the year is sunny. However, the summers are very humid. Weather fluctuates dramatically and winter and humidity can make the feels-like temperature much worse than the temperature readout suggests. Between that and single-day temperatures that can have a 30-plus degree swing, the weather in Florida can be rough. A common first-timer mistake is assuming Florida weather is perfect. You need to account for the reality of what you might encounter, rather than just assuming it'll be all sunny days and puffy clouds. In the summer, you have to account for humidity and heat. In the early fall, it's storm season at Walt Disney World. Late fall through winter and you have temperatures that range from freezing to the 80s, requiring that you pack for a variety of situations. Number 8. Going during major holidays. If you're wondering if the parks are busy during a particular holiday, don't. They are. Some holidays are slightly less busy than others, but all holidays are busier than the norm. This includes every single federal holiday, even ones like Veterans Day are shockingly busy, as well as school breaks in the South, like Mardi Gras. Number 7. Eating burgers, hot dogs, and pizza. The cuisine at theme parks is infamous for being uninspiring and expensive. Similar to sporting events and other entertainment venues, parks frequently only provide the bare necessities because they know they have a captive audience that will have to eat while they are there. Try the restaurants that look interesting, and be rewarded. This also helps from a planning perspective. The more ambitious the restaurant's cuisine, the less popular or busy it tends to be. In other words, popularity is a terrible barometer of food quality when it comes to Walt Disney World dining. Number 6. Sleeping in. You will be most productive during the first 2 hours that the parks are open. The idea of relaxing and unwinding on vacation doesn't fit with getting up early and arriving at the parks early, but the truth is that you'd be better off attending for the first and last 2 hours and skipping the, roughly, 8 hours in between than you would by arriving 2 hours late, performing those 8 hours in the middle of the day, and departing 2 hours before park closing. If relaxation on your vacation is important, take a break in the middle of the day to go back to your hotel and nap or enjoy the pool. You really benefit greatly from being in the parks right at rope drop. Likewise, crowds are lightest again at the end of the night, maybe catch the fireworks, and the atmosphere that is unbeatable. Number 5. Not allowing enough time for transit. Buses take convoluted routes, make too many stops, and generally follow a perplexing schedule, all of which means it could take you up to an hour to get from your hotel room door to a park. Uber or Lyft might be a better option for you to spend more time in the parks. Number 4. Buying the wrong tickets. Tickets for Walt Disney World are quite customizable, which has both advantages and disadvantages. The drawback is that you might buy more than you need if you haven't done your research and are easily persuaded to buy more. The benefit of doing your research is that you can save money by only purchasing the options you actually need and skipping over the extras you probably won't utilize. For example, you might be able to use the Park Hopper Plus option to extend your trip. You might be able to get away with no Park Hopper if you have small kids. You may find that one person in your party buying an annual pass is worth it for the discounts. There is a lot to consider, and no one-size-fits-all solution. Number 3. Underplanning. Inevitably, if you've been a Disney fan for a while, you've heard from a friend or workmate who just got back from their first vacation and had a terrible time. It turns out that this is typically self-inflicted and the outcome of inadequate planning. Did they make reservations for a meal in advance? Frequently taking the place of different iterations of no. When it comes to Walt Disney World, you need to know some basics about the place before you go to make the most of your time. You also need to make some plans and reservations prior to arrival using the Walt Disney World app. Number 2, Overplanning. Despite how counterintuitive the last two entries may seem, the point is that you need to strike a balance. Planning everything to the minute or even hour might result in a negative experience, just like showing up without a plan can. A planning binder or minute-by-minute schedule is problematic because it creates unreal expectations, particularly for first-timers, and forbids spontaneity. It is a recipe for disappointment to plan a trip checklist style with 20 tasks to complete in a single day. You will almost always accomplish less than you had hoped due to the practical realities of Florida's heat, maneuvering crowds, or other unforeseen circumstances. And that's okay because you'll still have a great time doing it. Number 1. Don't skip these attractions: the Country Bear Jamboree, Living with the Land, the Hall of Presidents, or the Carousel of Progress. You won't be disappointed. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment and ring that bell.